The archetype of man is Re, the pharaoh of Egypt, the sun god, base knowledge, matriarchy, I suppose. What is nature? Devoid of spirit. That would be inanimate. Inanimation of the mind would be absent-minded. Considering amuses with thought, amusing is without one. Considering our ways are comedy. The name of Isaac means God laughs. The promise of Abraham and of all his offspring. Considering realms, times, and days of the week, all the way up until now, I speak of the same spirit that they spoke about. In a world of disagreeers, this is men. In the archetype of women, not in the image of God according to their ways, their knowledge, and their knowledge, their illumination, though their illumination is darkness. Deliverance from one ways is God's sovereignty, I oneself, though not. Encompassing all is Christ. Considering geometry and sacred shapes, flower of life, first eye, cherry over time. Because of the fall, now we menstruate in a cycle. The earth needs sacrifices. There are many Wiccans that don't understand the nature of devices, not the work of their hands, but the government of their mind. Considering darkness and ignorance and disagreements, even though the moon shines at night, but it doesn't have light except for the light that it stole from the sun, considering succubuses is. If Re represents a god of Egypt, and so forth is mankind's bondage, and his bondage is his flesh, what is the brain made out of? Is it more like a computer with calculations? Without a soul, there are black and white spaces, and now we need professionals because of all the movements. We can't speak our opinion without getting slaughtered and called false prophets. Even though we're misinformed often, the moon, as the whore of Babylon, the knowledge of men, trade in the black market, the beast, the finances that run the economics in the water pipes and the gas pumps. That shit we don't speak about. She consumes the energy as seeds in a barren womb where none comes out. Decked in all red as the scarlet of men and their fetishes of their sins. She drinks from a goblet. These haven't transformed into Christ yet. They transformed into something else. The only Satan I know is the one of the flesh. Considering the brain, supply and demand, there has to be sacrifices and consequences somehow is factored in, even though it would seem one man just got hungry in a garden. We know that ain't what it was. Something is wrong with our psychology. According to knowledge, we have to break it down. God sits in a higher place. His ways are much higher. We lowly like a serpent going upon our appetites. Therefore, we are as the moon, and the moon is whimsical as a woman while we strive in this world. Superficial, having images of manhood, and they all fail without the word of God. They're without an impoverished mind and in doubt, even though Christ got them, and they call him Re. Never a ray of hope. How many times have your friends been gone and Re has been there? None of us know how to count. All of us count Dracula. standing on the moon, fronting like we standing on one, who is Christ. Resting on the Sabbath, getting sanctified in a hammock, hand over fist, though we are peaceful. Vultures without wings, though. Knowing thyself and knowing God. Considering if we're blind, we might be blind just because our eyes are closed, considering the brightness that shines out. Life was too beautiful to behold. Our shames are too dark, therefore we close our eyelids. But it's not forever though. Peace and blessings to all.